Actually, I want to specifically talk to MAGA parents and you Christian nationalist parents and a lot of you homeschool parents. I want to talk to you. I want to give you the reality of what happens in education. Even some of you private school parents, because I hear it from you as well. As an educator, I teach young adults. I teach on the collegiate level. However, I have taught K through 12. And let me say this. I have degrees in psychology. So I'm degreed. I'm educated to teach and talk about, have conversations about sexuality, gender, etc. But most teachers aren't. Most teachers K through 12 are not. Okay? So I want you to think about the fact, parents, that some of your young people, some of your children are going to teachers not because of, and maybe it is something that they read in a book, maybe it is something they saw on a television show, maybe it is something that they saw on social media or YouTube or whatever you allow them to have access to at home. They're going to their teachers a lot of times as a last resort because of the things you won't discuss with them. Because all children would love to go to their caregivers, the two or the one, however your family dynamics are made up. Because I was a single parent, so I'm very sensitive to single parents. Whatever the family dynamics look like in your household, your children want to be able to come to you before anybody. So if they are coming to discuss things that are so personal as, I feel like I was born into the wrong body. I don't feel comfortable in my skin. I don't like the way my body looks. Or I don't feel good about my body. Or I'm attracted to another girl when my parents say I should be attracted to boys. Or I'm attracted to another boy when my parents, and I'm just attracted to everybody. It doesn't matter. It's just I'm just drawn to energy. When they feel like they can't have these conversations with you, number one, you should be happy they have somebody to go to. Because a lot of times when they come and talk to, say, me, the person that they're only going to be with for a semester, the person that they just met a month ago or less than a month ago to talk to about these things, they are at their wits' end. They're at the end of their rope and they don't know what to do. And I've had a couple of them tell me that they were considering harming themselves because they know they would be ostracized and rejected by you and their families. So parents, I just want to say this to you. All of you that are out there setting books on fire, banning books, and you can't show this film in class, and you can't talk about this. As long as your young people, your children, have access to each other and have access to the internet, they are going to be exposed to and learn some things that you might not necessarily think they're ready for or you don't want them to know about. There's no way you can get around it or hide it. Technology, all that shit went out the window with technology and social media. So if they aren't hearing it on the playground, or if they aren't hearing it when they have a sleepover or when they have a friend over at their house, when they're with their cousins, or when they're on a picnic with friends that you invited to meet you at the park, or they are, on social media, they're watching a video on YouTube, they're watching pornography on YouTube because they stumbled upon something, on the internet. There's no way you can prevent your children and block or protect or whatever you think you're doing by attacking the education system. You should be happy that there are people in the education system that have the empathy and compassion to even listen to your children, because that's not our job. Our job is to educate. Our job is not to be the parent. Our job is not to be the social worker, the counselor, any of those things. but we are because we're compassionate and empathetic people. I might have degrees and expertise in a certain area, but most of your teachers, K through 12, do not. So stop beating up on them and be happy that they're there for your children when you refuse to be. And also, here's the last thing I want to say to you. Just because you ignore issues, just because you try to cover issues up and sweep them under the rug, it does not make them go away. If your child wants to access information, they will find it. There's no way in 2023 that you can hide information from young people. So just stop it. Unless you live in the backwoods somewhere on a freaking farm and all your kids do is interact with cows, pigs, and chickens, you're not going to be able to hide information from them. Period. Get it together.